Why isn't sex as pleasurable as everyone says? Because two virgins don't know what they are doing. Practice makes perfect. 1. Most people aren't great at anything the first time they do it. Not sure why you expected sex to be any different. 2. It's not very common for women to reach orgasm through penetration alone. Things like clitoral stimulation are, in my experience, much more effective. Ask yourself this: have you ever masturbated to reach orgasm? If so, figure out what part of that process is what gets you to that point, and then incorporate that into sex. If not, start experimenting. If you can't figure out how to get yourself off, there's a good chance a guy won't figure it out either. Most people have an underwhelming or awkward first time. It's like learning to dance with someone. It gets better with practice, and half depends on your partner. Good sex takes practice and chemistry between the participants. My girlfriend and I started having sex at 16. I came every time, but she only enjoyed it because she was giving me pleasure. Then one day we were holding each other, kissing while laying in, and I was simply rubbing my duck on her vulva and clitoris. Not penetrative sex, but we were kissing and caressing and basically having sex. Then she started breathing heavy and convulsing and was like, "What is happening to me?" I told her she had an orgasm and she just laid there kind of vibrating and smiling. After that time she would have orgasms pretty regularly by just rubbing my duck on her pussy. Then when she came, it was my turn. Have you had any experience exploring your own body on your own, i.e. masturbation? If not, get to it. That's the best way to enjoy sex with someone else. Understand how your body works first. It was the first time for both of you. It was awkward, probably didn't last very long, and probably lacked foreplay. Give it a couple more tries with him or without, different people, all consenting of course. Try new things, see what you like. Take your time. Most women cannot orgasm through intercourse alone. I'm guessing when you meant slipping out. If that's the case, no wonder you couldn't feel anything. Do you expect to hit a homer the first time you play baseball? You fumbled around with another virgin during sex. Losing your virginity is often the worst sex you'll ever have. Keep going and your experiences will start to get better. Just communicate what you want and let your partner give it. You haven't done it enough to know what is pleasurable for you. It takes tons of practice and the right partner to get it right. You could wait till you get the vibe from someone. It's awesome when you can feel the energy between yourself and them, the slow kissing and touching each other for the first time, not saying virgin. But when you click, it is amazing. Sex, just like any other activity, needs to be done with knowledge and practice. 1. Figure out and learn what makes you feel good. Your weak spots, kinks, mood, positions that hits the weak spots. There are also techniques such as grinding or pushing down on your lower belly during sex too. Improve pelvic muscle through Kegel exercise can help both guys and girl have better experience. 3. Sexual compatibility is a thing. For real, sex is overhyped. The pleasure in sex comes as much from the mind as the body, and intercourse, i.e. fucking, is not all there is to sex. For most women, they need their clit stimulated more than they need penis inside them. Teach your lover how to please you with hands and mouth, and it is likely your natural instinct to fuck will mean you will enjoy that too, even if you do not come just from penetrative sex. There's 2 things: sexual compatibility. It'll either happen much later after you're accustomed with sex with your BF, or maybe you two just aren't compatible and he doesn't do anything for you. Or the likely option, you don't get off due to penetration. I've had 4 girlfriends and all but one struggled to come during penetration. It's not a guy problem. It's just women need certain things to get them off, and it isn't always penetration if ever. If you're too wet, it can feel like nothing is happening. Sometimes I have to get a towel for my girlfriend because otherwise it's too much lubrication to allow for any pleasurable friction. Maybe you're not cut out for one-night stands or sex with people you don't have intense feelings for. For many people, there's a world of difference between casual sex and exploring intimacy with someone you're deeply attracted to and deeply care about. You have plenty of time, just keep fucking, it's what we do. As with most things in life, the grass is greener on the other side of what you don't know. While sex is pretty fun, I don't see why people go to the extents that they do for it. Some guys be driving 7 hours one way and spending $4,000 to get a piece of ass. It was the first try. How about not judging from a sample of one? Get some experience, experiment after you've become comfortable. And remember, people exaggerate to a certain degree. Take their comments about sex in moderation. Practice makes perfect. Good sex takes several things: lowered inhibitions, a decent understanding of both you and your partner's body, and a feeling of trust, safety enough to relax and explore the feelings. None of those things exist on the first time. And his penis kept on slipping during different positions, so we ended up doing the missionary. He might have been trying to be a little too high energy, and there's a good chance he had unrealistic expectations from porn. Different positions can be great, but a lot of the positions that look good on camera aren't necessarily comfortable or pleasurable for real people. And you don't need super long thrusts either. Especially while you're figuring out what you like, keep it simple. As others have mentioned, clitoral stimulation is a must for a lot of women. Don't let him neglect the foreplay either. Communication is key. Once you figure out what's working for you, tell him. Also tell him if something he's doing is doing nothing for you, just be nice about it. 1. Do a lot of foreplay. 2. Orgasm usually come from clitoral stimulation. Get on top of him and lean forward so your clit rubs against him. 3. Go to town until you come. Pro tip: wait until you're close before you do this. It can wear you out and he might blow before you go. So save this for last. 4. Repeat, because orgasm is what makes it fun.